What's up guys, it's Wraith back with another video. Now in today's video I'm going to be explaining the absolute best way I think you can improve in Fortnite. And now this isn't just a simple trick or something simple. I'm going to break it down and explain completely what it is. And basically what I think it is solo squads. Now some of you guys might be like, okay, well, like, I'm not good enough to play solo squads, or it's too hard, or I'm not succeeding, I'm not getting kills, or I'm dying all the time. And basically there's a couple of quick things you can kind of do to fix that. So it kind of, like, the reason why, I'll explain why it's important to solo squad and why it's a big deal. And basically the first thing is it forces you kind of to loot quickly and like farm mats quickly. Because if you're taking your time, if you only look at one building in a span of a time where you could look at two, so everyone else in the entire place you're going to land already has a gun, etc. And if you only have 20 mats when you fight them, then you're basically dead, right? So basically you kind of got to figure out your prioritization of mats, what you need, chests, etc, etc. And by the way, I very highly recommend landing somewhere sort of big but sort of not big, somewhere like Tilted Towers, Paradise Palms, Retail Row, Pleasant, somewhere like that, where it's like kind of known and a lot of people land there but kind of not. And then after you do that, make sure to end fights quickly. Now this is really important to end fights quickly, because if you don't, like, and not just like I'm saying 1v4, I'm saying end like 1v1 fights quickly. It's really important, because if you don't, then basically they're just gonna have the entire other team come force you, and you're basically gonna die, right? So you gotta figure out kind of how to end it quickly, because if you take, say, a minute fighting one of their players, well, by then all the other three teammates are gonna come and kill you, right? So you kind of gotta figure out how to balance a fight and how to make it as quick as possible and land your shots. And it's also really good because it kind of forces you to, like, get ready for more than a fight with one person. So for example, if you're playing duos and your duo partner dies and you're kind of forced to solo duo it, basically, like, if you have practice solo squatting or solo duoing, then obviously you're gonna do way better, right? Because if you just play solos, etc, etc, and then it comes up to a 1v2 situation, you're not going to be ready for that, because you only used to fighting one person. So it's really good for getting you used to get that quick fights. And even honestly, you can use it in solos, because if, say, you land somewhere like Paradise, or you're fighting and there's only 5 people left, most of the time you will end up getting third partied. So if you can figure out how to kill people quickly and worry that there are other people are going to come and other people are going to force you, then you're basically forced to finish the fight quickly and forced to learn how to do everything very quickly and worry about more than one person. Another reason that it's really good is it basically, I know I'm saying this word a lot, but it kind of it forces you, I'll say it again, it kind of makes you, like, hit your shots and not mess up your builds, because if you miss your shots, you're dead. If you mess up your builds, you're dead. You basically have to do everything right, and you have to learn how to get everything right instead of messing up or missing shots or missing builds, like I said. Because if you do, then you're not going to do well, right? Because if you just keep messing up, you're not going to do well, because you're going to, like, die, because obviously if you miss your shots and they hit their shots, they're going to kill you, and they have a way higher chance of hitting their shots because there's 4 of them. And also another good reason is you can learn from your mistakes a lot. So what I normally do after every single game, or every time I die, because obviously you will die a lot in solo squads, is just kind of think about why I died. I'll be like, okay, should I have not pushed this guy, and should I have pushed this guy? Should I try to isolate this guy? Should I have hit my shot here? Should I place a trap here? What build did I miss? Etc, etc. You can kind of break down, like, why you died and try and not do the same mistake. I find a lot of a lot of errors in my gameplay that honestly, like, are simple mistakes, like simple things that I did wrong, where you can fix it easily. You just got to remember it and not kind of, like, not think about it too much. It kind of has to become natural. So if you keep making the same mistake and then you fix it eventually, it will become natural. And another kind of quick tip for solo squads is to try and get a kill before the fight even starts. So what I mean by that is, think about this. If you're fighting a full squad, like 4 other guys, you're gonna have to worry about 4 people. But say you see some, like, full squad running or somewhere, or they start pushing you, and you can knock one with a sniper, or you can ink one with an AR and drop them down to 12 health, or drop 2 guys down, just a ton of health, etc. Obviously your odds go way up, because one might focus on the res, well, you only have to fight 2. 2 of them could be low, so you only have to one-shot them in the build fight, or just one-shot them with your AR. If if you don't deal damage to any of them before they start pressuring you and they force a close range fight, it's very, very difficult. Even the best players in the world for pub stompers and solo squatters, it's very difficult if you don't land shots first, because even if you're an unreal player, if they have a full squad of full health players, it's very difficult to win a close range fight. So that's why I'm saying you always got to try and knock someone or lower a lot of the teammates down before the fight. So like, let's say if you can knock 2 of them, bring them down, knock 1 and bring 1 down to 10 health, your odds of winning that fight increases a ton, because obviously you have way better chances because you only have to deal with 2 players instead of 3 players or 4 players, right? And like I said, this is probably the best way to improve. And if you don't think you're good enough, I'd say kind of believe in yourself honestly a little bit. And I know it seems like difficult, because like if you say you're barely doing solos well and you're like, hey, well, like how am I gonna do freaking squads, right? Solo squads if I can barely win a solo. Honestly, solo squads, the best place you can learn is just off the start. So for example, if you land somewhere, I'd really focus on that part of the gameplay at first and just focus on learning how to play properly early game and mining quick and doing all that, and then trying to knock squads in tilted or pleasant. Obviously it's not the easiest thing. If you feel like it's a little bit out of your league, I'd say try it and stick with either solo duos or just do solos until you feel a little bit more comfortable, and practice those creative, practice that solo, etc, etc. And yeah, honestly, like I'd say this is a very high way to improve your skill. The more you do it, the better you're gonna get. Right now, all I'm trying to do is play solo squads as much as I can, because I feel like I'm improving a ton because of it. Like I said, all of my previous points, it's forcing me to be quicker, it's forcing me to hit my shots, it's forcing me to do a lot of things, which eventually obviously help you end up being a better player, which is the whole point of the game. If you're playing to have fun, I understand, but like I'm only really having fun if I'm doing good or if I feel like I'm a decent player, because if I'm dying every single game, that's not too fun for me. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, make sure you smash that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're getting close to 500 subscribers. I think we're around 130 off, so like half of 1,000, that'd be pretty cool, honestly. And yeah, I can't wait for that. I really appreciate all the support. Make sure you leave a comment for a video in the future you want to do, or whatever the reason is. I read all the comments, and yeah, make sure you smash that like button, and have a good day, everyone. Yeah, thanks for watching.